Hi, and welcome to Morgan's Best Ideas Update for August 2021. I'm Andrew Tang. I'm a strategist at Morgan's. Well, it's been a very strong run for the equity market again into the all-important August reporting season. The market's up 10% since the February reporting season, and it carries with it plenty of momentum. So needless to say, there's a lot of expectations in going into the August results, as we've seen in the US. Perhaps some of that cautious commentary and the cautious outlook statements that we've seen may temper some of the really strong momentum that we're seeing. And we're certainly a little bit cautious just given the ongoing lockdown around in Sydney as well as Brisbane at the moment. Well, we've added 5 new names to our best ideas list this month. We've added Treasury Wine Estates, Transurban, Tabcorp, Ausnet Services, and Hotel Property Investments. In terms of the key reasons why they entered the list this month, Treasury Wine Estates, we're expecting a reasonable result from them. It continues to trade well outside of obviously being hit by the tariffs in China, which has essentially killed off all the revenues there. But it continues to trade well. We think the strategy around really focusing on premiumization, the brand strategy will pay dividends in the future for growth for the company. We highly rate the management team, and we continue to think the strategy of really focusing on brands may put the spotlight on particularly its Penfolds brand and its best-in-class margins. And no doubt there'll be some corporate appeal down the track. In terms of Tabcorp, obviously the bid for its wagering business has continued to provide some valuation support, but we also think, much like Penfolds, the focus now on their lotteries business and its infrastructure-like properties will continue to provide upside to valuation for Tabcorp, particularly as the demerger continues to play out. In terms of Transurban, it's been one of the stalwarts in the best ideas list for a long time. We've added it back into the list this month. Just given the cyclical linkages, we think once the lockdowns do end, the cyclical recovery and the return of traffic will continue to support it as well in an environment where we're likely to see rising inflation and potentially higher inflation. It's got that protection through its toll escalation. So as one of our preferred infrastructure players, we've re-added Transurban back into the list. In the utility space, we've added Ausnet Services, a network operator in Victoria, very relatively high yield, 5.3%, partially franked. Obviously, being in the sector in utilities, very defensive type revenue. And we think just with the utility space and the focus around some M&A and activity there, it's a dwindling sector, certainly will push more investors into companies like Ausnet Services. And finally, Hotel Property Investments, pub and club operator, which key tenant Coles and Australian Venue Co. Minimal leasing risk, a very strong tenant there. We think further bolt-on acquisitions will continue to support the share price as well. So very much like Hotel Property Investments as one of our key REIT exposures. If you need any more information about any of the stocks I've discussed, please feel free to click on the videos below or speak to your advisor for research notes on the particular companies. Also, in addition to that, the research team at Morgan's has recently provided a reporting season playbook on what to expect of the 184 companies that we cover, a one-pager explaining all the key details around the results and what we think will likely play out through the month of August. We also address some of the key themes around reporting season, what we think will define this August reporting season. That is M&A activity continue to ramp up. We expect to see dividends continue to surprise on the upside, and we talk around some of that cautious commentary that's likely to come just given the rolling lockdowns around the country. So thanks very much for tuning in this month, and we'll see you again next month. Thank you.